Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Daily Code Challenge. Um, I'm excited to be here. So let's get into what we have for today. So today, what we have to do is this. It says choose primes. So the instruction is this: write a function choose primes that takes an array of numbers as args. That's argument. The function should return a new array containing the primes from the original array. A prime number is a number that is only divisible by 1 and itself. Hint, consider creating a helper function to check if a number is prime. Okay, so basically what we are expected to do is to extract every number from the array argument that is a prime and then push those numbers into a new array. So this new array is going to contain only prime numbers gotten from the argument array, right? That's the array argument. And the same goes for this line 9 as well. All right, so before we be solving this, one thing we need to know is that we need to, because it is also given as a hint here already, that we need to write a helper function to check if a number is prime, right? So let's first of all write a function that tells if a number is prime or not. So we start by writing the function keyword. It's a function. We change name to is prime so as to check if the number is prime, and then we give it a parameter of num. Okay, so before I proceed, I would just like to say that I actually made a video on day 17 that really explains how to write a function to decide if a number is prime or not. So day 17 has that code here. So you could just copy, or you could just copy the code you have from day 17 here and then paste it to day 14. So I'm not going to be explaining too much on this is prime function, but I am just simply going to write the code. So I'm going to write a for loop, change the index to I, and then remove array.length, turn it to num, and also remove this line of code since we don't need it. Okay, so the next thing I am going to do is to write a condition to check if the parameter num is divisible by any of those numbers before the num itself without a remainder. So any number that can divide num between 0 to that number itself is simply not a prime number. Therefore, we say return false. So like I said, please, I am not going to do too much of explanation on this because we already have the video on day 17 here, right? So after we've returned false here, any other thing outside that code should return true. So so we need to invoke the function, right? So I am going to copy some examples from here. Let's copy these examples. Let's paste them here. So I'll comment this one since we don't need them yet, but we eventually are going to use this. So I save this and then let's run this code to be very sure. Okay, so let me close this console. Let me run again. Okay, so here let me run again. So here we have false, false, false. That's because we actually started the index from 0, which is not supposed to be, because we understand that 2 is the first prime number we have. So I is supposed to start from 2. So I save again and I run. Okay, now we have some results. So here we are expected to have true, false, true, false, true. Let's see what we have in our result. True, false, true, false, true. Okay, so we've been able to write a helper function that is going to tell if a number is a prime number or not. So the next thing is we want to write a function is prime. Sorry, we want to write a function choose primes now, right? So let's comment this since we don't need it anymore. We can just take it out since we are very sure that our is prime function works as expected. So the next thing is we want to write a function called choose primes. Choose primes, and then it is going to take an array as an argument. So next thing you want to do is you want to look through each of the numbers we have in the array. We need to look through them to decide which one of them is a prime number or not. So I simply going to change my index to I, and this line of code we don't need it. All right, so the next we want to do is we want to write a condition to that is going to check if any of these numbers in the array argument is a prime number. So we use the if keyword. We say if. Now if what? If a number is a prime number. And how do we get that? We get that from this function. So we say if is prime, then inside the is prime function, what do we need to push inside of it? We need to put the individual items in the array, right? So we say array I. So what this means is that this is prime function. It is going to check each of the values we have in this array to decide or to check if any one of them is a prime number or not. So if the number is a prime, we need to push it into a new array, right? Now let's define that new array. Let's say let new array equals empty array, right? So now we are simply going to push any of the values we have here that is a prime number. We push it into this new array by saying new array plus equals array I. So that means that any of the values that is as a prime number should be pushed into this new array. So we return this new array. All right, so let's save this code. Let's uncomment this invoked function. Let's save again and let's run. Let's see if we are going to have 1319 for the first part and then 511 2017 for the second part. All right, I run. Okay, so here we have 131319511120. Oh, okay. So this is a mistake on my own part. We are not supposed to do plus equal to. We are supposed to use push. So we rather say dot push, because here we are dealing with arrays, right? So we are expected to use the push method. So new array dot push array I. Let's run this again to see if we've done the right thing. Okay, yes. So now we have the expected results. We have 1319, both numbers in a new array, which is exactly what is expected here. And also we have 511 2017, which is also what is expected here. So in this list of values in the array, 13 and 19 are prime numbers. The rest of them are not. 36, 48, and 9 are not prime numbers. That's very obvious, right? So for this next one too, we have 5, 6, 4, 11, and 2017. So only 6 and 4 are not prime numbers. So with this, we've been able to correctly implement the code to check if amongst the numbers in an array we have prime numbers or not. So if we have prime numbers, we push the prime numbers to a new array. So I believe there are other ways to solve this. Like I will always say, you can discover other ways to solve this. And when you get other ways, please do well to share your code with me on the comment section. I would love to read your code. And also, if you enjoyed this video, please like it. Also subscribe to this channel, Dev with Excel, and also turn on the notification so that you get notified when new video drop. All right, so thanks for having me. Thanks for staying till now and have a nice time. Bye.